Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 40 of Takedown, and this one is titled, Why Is She Meddling? These rescues are always dangerous, Magata said to Free from behind On, who was still in the doorway. I don't want to be responsible for anything going wrong. But that's the exciting part, the bubbly pinkette replied brightly. What's a life unless it's lived on the edge? I agree with Magata, he chimed in from beside him. I don't think it would be a good idea for you to come. But I'll be with the #1 team in RFO, Free exclaimed, throwing her arms out wide. What have I to fear? You're all super strong, so I'll be fine. No, I really don't think... This is going to be fantastic, Free continued, cutting you short. This will be amazing coverage. Free, Magata said sternly, his serious tone being lost on her. I'll need to bring a cameraman, she gasped excitedly. This will need to be televised. Before any of you could say another word, she spun on her tippy toes and dashed away, leaving you all standing there with very perplexed looks on your faces. Is there a way we could give her the slip? You whispered to Magata. We could tell her that we've left on a certain day but then go before then, Magata whispered in reply. We'll need to get some more information from that player there though. He gestured to the player who was still being sullenly detained by the security guards. Hey, Magata called to them as he stepped around On and into the hall. She's okay. We need to talk to her more. His words making her face light up with relief. The guards let her go and she made her way quickly back over to you all. Thank you, she said appreciatively, bowing each time with her thank yous. Would you mind coming in and talking with us? You asked politely. We need some more information on where your guild members are being held. She nodded enthusiastically and stepped into the room while On shut the door to keep any eavesdropping ears out. Which level are your team being held on? Magata asked as you and he walked over to the lounge nearby to sit down. Level 46, she said. The spider level. Oh, I know it well. Butterfly shuddered from the seat across from you. I accidentally teleported there once. We'll have to check out if this is a legitimate case, you whispered to Magata, leaning your head all the way over to his to whisper very closely into his ear. We'll check with Hansu if there's any abnormalities on that level. Magata nodded and gently placed his hand on your bare thigh that was showing through the high slit in your outfit. We can do that when we get out today, he replied, turning his head back to yours to whisper back against your ear, his lips brushing the outer rim. You broke out in goosebumps and your neck buckled slightly at the tickle his lips provided, making you giggle a little. Ayo, On called to you both. You all done with your canoodling over there? We have a mission to detail. Oh, sorry, you said quickly, batting your eyelashes as you pulled away from Magata a bit. He still had his hand on your thigh and squeezed it a little as he looked up to reply On. What's a man to do when his girl's right beside him looking beautiful? It would only be natural that he wants to make her giggle, he said, covering for your little private conversation about the rogue monsters. Oh, the new player cooed. You two are so cute. Anyways, On interjected, giving Magata the stink eye. So, level 46, and there's a force field around where the players are stuck? Yeah, I think so. That's what they said. They said they could get in, but just not out again. Her face fell. Oh, that's okay. Maybe we could go and do what we did with the pants rescue? On asked Magata. Get the potions from level 40 and then go to the players and let them out? That sounds like the easiest option, Magata replied thoughtfully, his hand rubbing your thigh a little. I like easy options, Butterfly added in softly. You've been very quiet, Butterfly, Magata commented to the top player, who was just silently observing the conversation for the most part. Magata, really? On deadpanned. You know Butterfly is the best out of all this, and you have to comment on his quietness? Something just doesn't seem right here, Butterfly muttered softly. I'm not doubting that there are some of your guild members stuck. He looked at the player that was asking for help. But there's just something else that seems a little suspicious. Generically specific? Magata addressed the player, looking at the username above her head. Would you mind giving us a moment? We just need to discuss something as a team. She looked around at all of you and nodded gently. Did you want me to wait outside for a bit, or...? Yeah, that's fine, you said. We just need a moment. She nodded and left quickly. Butterfly? You asked the top player. You have concerns? I'm uneasy about Free's involvement in this, he said cautiously. Yeah, so are we, you replied, glancing at Magata, and he nodded in agreement. She seems a little too interested in us, Butterfly continued. My thoughts exactly, Butterfly, he said with relief. At least I'm not just being mean. I'm glad the others are feeling the same way. Yeah, she really did like you in particular, didn't she, On commented, and you nodded. An and I discussed the possibilities of telling Free that wrong departure date, Megata said to On and Butterfly. Yes, it's a bit mean, but it's for her own good. And ours, you added in quickly. We don't know what we're up against yet, and having someone along filming us is just going to get in the way. Butterfly and On nodded in agreement. We can always apologise and explain or reason with her once we've returned too, Butterfly said. You're too nice, On said with a heart-clenched look on her face. I wouldn't worry too much about it. We don't owe her anything. You shrugged, silently agreeing with On. Butterfly looked up to his right and stared at the wall before looking back at the group. Free is back again. You can tell when she's here? You asked him curiously. He nodded. I have high stats. I could see that she was hiding around the corner the first time the player, generically specific, came to us. She was listening in on the conversation and deliberately stepped out in front of her when she ran off. Wait, what? You asked with surprise. Hold up. She was listening in? Free is acting mighty sus. We'll have to wait till the next chapter to see what's going on. See you there.